With spring upon us, it's time to consider that new canvas for your trailer. This week we learn what's involved from the experts at Canvas Replacements. Plus, we catch up with Brian Tillett from Peterson Industries as he unveils their new Winslow fifth wheel to the West Coast. And Jeff Johnston takes us to the Model Quarry RV Park and Columbia State Park. These stories and more on this episode of Rollin' on TV. Closed and Spanish captioning, where available, is sponsored by Jayco. At Jayco, we've been making family dreams come true since 1968. If your pop-up camping trailer looks like this, and your wife and neighbors are complaining, then it's time to contact the folks at Canvas Replacements. This week we take you to Loyal, Wisconsin. You know, dairy country, where they make all those great cheeses. But Loyal, Wisconsin is also home to Canvas Replacements, the leading manufacturer of pop-up tent camper canvas. I always wondered how someone can take an old canvas that looks like it came from the Civil War, all ripped and shredded with pieces missing, and turn out an exact replica using today's modern materials. Well, we'll show you. To learn more, we met with Bob Gramps, President and General Manager, and asked him just how Canvas Replacements got its start.
We started in 1973 as a company. We had bought out a bunch of surplus materials from another camper company that went out of business in 1973, that was Tradewinds. Included in that inventory of miscellaneous hardware parts were a whole semi-trailer load of obsolete tent camper canvases. They were brand new canvases in bags that were for Tradewinds campers that had been made in 1963 and 64. And my dad and I thought those were pretty worthless, but we hauled them back here with the rest of the stuff anyway. And after a few weeks, people were calling the office at Tradewinds and being directed to us to get a new tent for their 10-year-old Tradewinds camping trailer. It began to dawn on us, God kind of beat it on my dad's head that this is kind of the direction you need to go. And over the next couple of years, we started specializing in selling replacement tent camper canvases.
It wasn't long until they started building their own canvas, as Bob goes on to explain.
But more and more, we expanded our sewing operations and started making new tents from scratch for ones that we couldn't find a source on. And over the years, we have, other companies have gone out of business, and we've just expanded on that. At this point, we can make a new tent for any camping trailer, and we have for, I think, back to a 1920-something cozy camp to campers that were made in the 2000s. And all we need, at the most, all we would need would be the old canvas that we're replacing. And we have a staff that can take that apart, measure it, even if it's a rag, and duplicate it and make a new tent that fits perfectly.
And is it necessary to send the old canvas into the company for a pattern?
We have patterns for many, many of them. I would say in the majority of cases, we do not need the old tent. Many times that's the best way to go to ensure a good fit, but it's not always needed. We have patterns or sources for literally hundreds and hundreds of different models. We already have all the information on file that we need to make the new tent for them.
What if we just needed a section of the old canvas replaced? Can that be done?
Yeah, we need the, if you're replacing just a section of a camper tent, we need more information so that we're able to match color, and the zipper in particular, where it zips to the rest of the tent. Different manufacturers use different sizes, brands, lengths of zipper, and we want to be able to, if at all possible, to put the correct zipper on the new piece so that you will be able to zip it right to your tent without an issue or problem of tooth count or zipper size or whatever.
And what about colors?
We can make a new tent usually we try to stay fairly close to the original color, if that's possible, if it's available. If a customer would like a different color, a gray instead of a tan, many times we can work that out with them. We do have several colors of material in stock that we work with all the time. And if we know what color they want, or if they need a sample of the colors that we have, we're happy to send that out and make it a different color if they like.
We'll continue our visit to canvas replacements right after this word from our sponsors. It all starts with pride and ends up being the gold standard in pop-up truck campers. Four-wheel campers. Need we say more? See for yourself by visiting fourwheelcampers.com. Is your pop-up camper canvas getting a little worse for wear? Don't fret. Just call the friendly folks at Canvas Replacements, and their experienced staff will cut and sew you up a new one in no time. Canvas Replacements, your #1 source for all your pop-up camper canvas needs. For more information, visit the company website at canvasreplacements.com or call them at 800-232-2079. Welcome back. As we saw earlier, there's a lot that goes into fabricating a brand new canvas for your tent trailer. And I'm still amazed at how that talented staff can virtually take a bunch of rags and meticulously measure and lay out an exact pattern for a new tent unit. Kind of reminds me of a museum restoring an artifact. I asked Bob to explain the various operations that go into making a new canvas replacement.
When a customer sends an old tent in, the first step beyond writing up the order is to spread the old tent out and take measurements. I have an expert that will measure everything out, do sketches, make notes of how things need to be cut, what the finished sizes need to be. In some cases, they do make a partial pattern of different intricate parts. If necessary, take the tent apart so they know all the angles of each seam. And after that, the order goes to our cutting department. They cut the different pieces that are needed, the window vinyls, the zippers, the canvas flaps, the vinyl pieces, the roof panels, and then it goes through our sewing operation where the different pieces are put together into a unit, and then the final cut down is done to make sure that the final dimensions will be correct for that camper. And then it's sewed together and inspected, put in a box, and shipped to our customer.
We're seeing more and more tinted vinyl windows lately. Is this becoming a standard, or are clear windows still the norm?
Vinyl windows that we use a high quality 12 gauge, that's 12 thousandths thick, extra soft, so it does not crack in cold weather. And it's normally we use a dark smoke tinted. The dark smoke tinted vinyl windows started in popularity in the late 70s, early 80s. Most companies use the dark smoke tinted in their new campers, and we have that, and it's what we use the most. Some companies like Coleman stuck with the clear vinyl windows, and we do have that in stock also, and it's customer's choice if they would prefer more light, we can use the clear, or if they would prefer the slightly additional privacy and a little more tinted, we have the dark smoke tinted.
Once we order our new canvas, what is the normal wait time before delivery?
The lead time that we have in our shop for new orders is generally about 4 to 6 weeks. During the busiest seasons of the year, obviously that stretches out when we get orders in faster than in the one end faster than they go out the other end, that lead time can expand to about 2 months. We try and keep it at 60 days or less. If we need to work a little overtime, if we need to add some extra people, we'll do that to try and maintain at least no more than a 60-day lead time.
Do you recommend a dealer install the new canvas, or is that something a trailer owner can do himself?
Pop-up camping trailer owners are generally pretty resourceful. They understand their unit if it's one they've owned for a while. They understand how it goes up and down, how the canvas tucks in, and if they've had to remove their old tent to send it to us for patterning purposes, they're pretty familiar with how it goes in. So I would say most people can install their own. We're happy to advise them on that. We enclose with a new tent some generalized instructions on what they need to do to install the new tent and get a good fit on it. It's a lot of people do like to have it professionally installed, and in that case they can take it to any number of RV or tent and awning shops that would be happy to help them with it. They can order it through any RV dealer or tent and awning shop, and we'll be happy to ship it directly to their dealer.
With a new canvas, is it recommended that any water repellent or sealant be put on it?
The new tent from Canvas Replacements is already waterproofed at the factories. I mean, the materials we use are all water repellent when we get them. We do not recommend putting on Canvac, Scotch Guard, or anything like that when it's new. It's not needed. We don't recommend it re-waterproofing until symptoms of leakage may show up in 5 or 10 years. If the waterproofing is wearing out and the canvas is starting to get wet spots on it that are soaking through, then it's a good time to probably put on a quality dry water repellent treatment. We sell IOSO brand products that are good for that. They have an excellent water repellent spray that it is easy for the consumer to apply to fabric, canvas, and such. We also stock a complete line of seam sealers and other things that may or may not be necessary over the years for maintaining your canvas.
Bob's very proud of his employees, with most of them being there for many years. But there's one special person Bob leans on most for inspiration and direction.
My father, who founded this company, is just turned 95 this summer, and he is in fair health, and he's in the office just about every day, looking over my shoulder, making sure that I do things right, opening the mail for me, and he is a member of the RV Hall of Fame and has been around this industry for over 60 years. Back in the early 50s, my dad built a home-built camping trailer for our family to use, and that camper led to him, because people saw that camper and really liked it and wanted one like it, he started building pop-up camping trailers called the Easy Camper in 1957 in Loyal, Wisconsin. The original camper that he built for our family has been fully restored and is on display at the RV Hall of Fame Museum in Elkhart, Indiana. My granddaughter and I built a model of that camper for a high school project for her, and she gave it to my dad for his birthday about 4 years ago, and it's on display here at our office.
For additional information on Canvas Replacements, be sure to visit their website at canvasreplacements.com. Coming up, we'll head to Oregon and check out the new Model XL from Peterson Industries. Exciting, great things do come in small packages, like exceptional quality, extreme comfort, and luxurious appointments. You'll find all this and more wrapped up in one beautiful package. The Pleasureway Pursuit. See for yourself by visiting pleasureway.com.
Weight distribution comes out of the Stone Age. Steel on steel friction is 50 years old. The Sway Pro makes other weight distributing hitches seem, well, prehistoric. The Sway Pro features a softer ride, built-in optimized sway prevention, quiet backing and turning, and little maintenance. Finally, intelligent engineering gives you a much better way to prevent sway and smooth your ride. Why trust an amateur when you can go with a pro? Sway Pro.
A new product launch can be a pretty exciting time for an RV manufacturer and for the dealer and its customers. Well, we're here at George M. Sutton RV in Eugene, Oregon, where Peterson Industries is showing its new slide-out room entry door model for the first time on the West Coast.
We're here for our West Coast premiere of our brand new Winslow 37 SDF fifth wheel. It's the first fifth wheel in the industry with the walk-in door in the slide room itself. And it makes a tremendous difference when you walk inside the coach. It feels huge inside. It feels like you're in a 45-footer. It's got an entry step that's very stable. And the big advantage of having the entry door in the slide out is that when you walk in, it separates the dining room and the living room. You'll see the dinette on one side of the coach and the recliners on the other side as you walk in. Plus you have a coat closet right by the door. Another nice feature of having the entry door in the slide is how spacious it feels inside the coach. When you have the rooms retracted, you're able to get into the half bath, you're able to sit at the dinette and eat dinner, you can sit at the recliners and watch TV, all without having the rooms extended.
This new floor plan is really a game changer. It gives you the opportunity to open up floor space, and it does it on a platform that's unmatched in the industry. The important thing is the Excel platform on an 8-inch box tube frame is able to hold more weight than any other product out there. And so it allowed them the freedom of moving the door, separating out the living spaces and creating more space, and doing it on a platform that's rigid and true, so you'll never have issues. Now keep in mind, Peterson Industries Excel has been rated the #1 quality fifth wheel for 19 straight years. Nobody builds a better one. We've always known that, but now they build probably the prettiest one in the market too. The reaction has been enormous. Immediately when this was unveiled at Hershey, Pennsylvania this year, it won Best in Show. And immediately this phone started lighting up. Customers saying, hey, when are you gonna have that product? When are you gonna have that product? Obviously right now it's just finally here and we're just getting a chance to see it. But since it hit the lot, it's been nonstop traffic. People scheduling literally appointments to come and see it.
We live in our RV, our fifth wheel, full time. And with the slide out and the door being in the slide out, it gives you more room. We like the 2 bathrooms, the bath and a half, which was really nice. But with the door and the slide out, it just seems like it opens it up and gives you a lot more living space.
Learn more about this exciting new trailer by logging onto our website at rollinontv.com.
Whatever road you take, no matter what adventure you choose, equip yourself for the journey. Load up on family fun. Find your perfect RV. Visit your local Jayco dealership to get in on generations of family fun.
Be sure and visit the new RollingOnTV.com, where you'll find weekly shows along with a selection of videos, stories, information, and the latest RV news. Our lifestyle pages are full of great stories about places to go, things to do, and what's new, written by our viewers and RV writers from around the country. And if you're into great food and drinks, then visit our food and beverage pages, where we'll get your taste buds up and ready for an Epicurean adventure. All this and more on the new RollingOnTV.com.
The Marble Quarry RV Park is a delightful place to stay when visiting California's Highway 49 Gold Rush country. It's a place that RV travelers of all kinds can land for a few days of fun and relaxation.
Our namesake is a historic marble quarry up on the hill overlooking the park and the town of Columbia, the state park. It was operated between 1918 until the Great Depression, when it broke. Another thing that's unique is we're very family oriented, and we encourage people to bring the family dog. the whole family.
We're very dog friendly here at Marble Quarry RV Park. When you check in, we have a bag of treats for your dogs, and we're happy to have your dogs.
We have 85 total licensed sites. Most of them are full hookup RV sites. We have 10 just exclusively for tents, plus we have 6 cabins. Most of our RV sites can also accommodate tents in addition to the RV.
Native vegetation and scenic natural rockwork create some interesting campsites. It doesn't matter what you drive in the gate, be it towable or motorized, just about any size or type of RV can be accommodated at Marble Quarry.
People ask what size RVs we can accommodate here, and my answer is simple. If it's legal on the road, we can handle it. We have a nice swimming pool that the kids really enjoy on a hot summer day. We have a play yard for kids, especially designed for tiny tots on up to teenagers. We have shuffleboard, horseshoes, volleyball, tetherball, and a just big, nice lawn they can lounge around on. We're open year-round. We never close. The only day that the office closes is on Christmas Day. And what we put is we put a sign up on the door and say, go ahead and pick a site and stay here. It's our Christmas present to you. So people can stay here 365 days a year, but our office is open 364.
The fully stocked store with food, drinks, RV supplies, and local souvenirs is part of the Marble Quarry facilities. And of course, in case you had too much fun and ran out last night, firewood is available. A laundry facility with a lounge is a good place to cool your heels while the clothes are tumbling.
When people stay here at Marble Quarry RV Park, there's a myriad of things they can do in the area. There's Columbia Historic State Park. They can walk right into that. 7 miles from here in Jamestown is the Railtown 1897 Historic State Park, one of only 2 operating steam roundhouses in the United States, the others in Pennsylvania. And there's a commercial caves in the area. There's just they can go onto our website, marblequarry.com, and click on things to see and do, and it just tells them all kinds of things they can do here.
Columbia State Historic Park is just a short walk down the trail from Marble Quarry. It's a restored gold mining town dating back to 1850. Columbia is managed as part of the California State Park system. As many as 6,000 people once called Columbia home. Numerous devastating fires throughout Columbia's early history encouraged the miners to rebuild with brick and stone and, in some cases, steel-framed windows. This was a typical progression for early-day frontier towns. Some of its structures are reproductions, but some of its buildings are original and have been restored to their gold rush glory. Shopping, dining, and historic attractions like a blacksmith shop and horse-drawn wagon tours keep visitors of all ages busy and interested. Visitors can try their hand at gold panning in the Hidden Treasure Gold Mine, but watch that trespassing. Ghost tours, art shows, music events, a harvest festival, and other activities help make Columbia a fun place to visit. For more information about Marble Quarry Park and Columbia State Historic Park, log on to our website at rollinontv.com.
For more information on any of the companies or products you've seen on this week's show, visit our website at rollinontv.com. For the latest up-to-the-minute RV news, visit our media partners at rvbusiness.com.